Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night, your calf seizing up like a cramp you can't shake, and wondered why it seems to happen more often now that the years have added up? Maybe you've noticed that by mid-afternoon, your shoulders feel heavy, your legs a bit wobbly, and you're longing for that burst of energy you used to have. You're not imagining it. As we move past 60, staying hydrated can feel trickier. And when we miss those little sips of water, our muscles pay the price. But it doesn't have to be that way. Today, I'll share 6 simple hydration hacks that keep cramps and fatigue at bay and help you feel more like yourself again. Picture this. You're enjoying a morning stroll in the garden, the sun just warming your shoulders, and instead of feeling footsore or thirsty, you're energized, your muscles working with you, not against you. That's the goal. Smooth movement, clear mind, and the kind of pep in your step you haven't felt in years. Over the next few minutes, we'll talk about 6 easy-to-keep-up habits that fit right into your day, no matter how busy or relaxed you are. These aren't fancy, they're not expensive, and they don't require any magic pills. Just a handful of tweaks that your body will thank you for, helping prevent those jolting cramps and that bone-tired fatigue. Let's start with the simplest habit, sipping water consistently. I know it sounds almost too basic, but I've worked with folks who go hours without a single sip, then try to gulp down a full glass and feel bloated or dizzy. Instead, imagine carrying a lightweight water bottle, one that fits comfortably in your hand or the side pocket of a chair arm, and taking a few small sips every 10 or 15 minutes. Setting an alarm on your watch or phone isn't cheating, it's smart. I once had a neighbor, Mary, who set a gentle chime on her clock for sip time, and within a week, she noticed fewer sore spots in her legs and more steady energy through her quilting sessions. You don't need to drain a liter at once. You just need to trickle in enough water to keep your cells happy. And here's a little trick to make. Sipping feel natural. Associate it with an existing habit. When the kettle finishes, take a sip before pouring your tea. When the mail drops through your door, pause. Take another sip. Each cue becomes a reminder without you having to think twice. Over the course of a day, those sips add up, and you won't even realize you're drinking half a gallon by noon. The key is gentle persistence. No pressure, no rushing, just a steady stream of hydration that keeps your muscles pliable and your joints lubricated. Next up is adding electrolyte balance to your routine. Water is vital, but our bodies depend on sodium, potassium, magnesium, and calcium to keep our muscles firing properly. As we age, our ability to retain these minerals can shift, and if we're sweating lightly or taking certain medications, we can lose them even faster. You don't need to raid the sports drink aisle. A pinch of sea salt in a glass of water or a squeeze of fresh lemon juice with a sprinkle of salt does wonders. Think of it as homemade, low-sugar electrolyte water. I had a client, George, who swore by a dash of salt and a squeeze of orange in his bottle each morning. He told me he felt like his legs had more bounce, and incidentally, his blood pressure improved slightly too. Talk about a win-win. If you'd rather skip the salt trick, you can also sip on coconut water or nibble a small handful of salted nuts between meals. The natural coconut water brings potassium, and the nuts deliver healthy fats and protein alongside sodium. Just keep portions small so you're not overloading on calories or sugars. By balancing plain water with these mineral boosts, you maintain the elegant chemistry your muscles need to contract and relax without that sudden searing cramp that can startle you out of a good night's sleep. Finally, for this first part of our journey, let's talk about water-rich foods. We often think hydration only means liquids, but fruits and vegetables can be hydration champions. Cucumbers, watermelon, strawberries, lettuce, zucchini, even a bowl of soothing vegetable soup. All these count toward your daily fluid goal. Imagine starting your day with a bowl of berries and melon, or winding down at night with a cup of warm, broth-based soup. It not only helps with hydration, but also brings in fiber, antioxidants, and a gentle dose of nutrients that keep your system humming. I've seen seniors swap an afternoon snack of chips for a plate of sliced cucumber and cherry tomatoes, and swear they felt less bloated and more alert afterward. It's not about dieting. It's about choosing options that hydrate from the inside out. Cooking soups or stews in batches means you have homemade, low-sodium options ready to reheat. Throw in chopped carrots, celery, perhaps some gently cooked chicken, whatever you like, and pour in enough water or low-sodium broth to cover. Let it simmer until the flavors meld and the vegetables are fork tender. A cup of this soup is like a warm hug for your muscles and your digestive system, easing you into better hydration day by day. Now that we've covered the art of gentle sipping, the magic of electrolytes, and the power of water-rich foods, let's move on to the next hydration hack. Imagine waking up one crisp morning, wrapping your hands around a warm mug of chamomile tea and feeling that gentle heat seep through your fingers, spreading calm into your shoulders. That comfort isn't just in your imagination. Warm herbal infusions can be a powerful hydration ally, especially for us over 60. Unlike plain water, a fragrant cup of rooibos, peppermint, or hibiscus tea brings both fluid and flavor, encouraging you to sip more often without even thinking about it. And because these blends are naturally caffeine-free, you won't have to worry about racing heartbeats or that late-night bathroom dash. Adding a slice of lemon, a few berries, or a sprig of mint can turn a humble tea into a mini spa treat for your senses and your muscles. Betty, a spirited 72-year-old who lives down the street, swears by her morning ritual of hibiscus and raspberry leaf. She combines dried flowers in a teapot, lets them steep as she opens her curtains, and by the time sunrise bathes her kitchen in light, she's enjoyed a fragrant cup that counts toward her daily fluids. Later, she'll refill her mug with rooibos steeped alongside a few slices of ginger, which she finds eases any tightness in her calves after her gentle yoga. These warm comforts replace the mid-morning biscuit or sugary coffee she used to reach for, without any extra calories, just pure, nourishing hydration. On steamy afternoons, herbal iced teas offer the same benefits without the heat. Brew a pitcher of chamomile, let it cool, then add a handful of sliced peaches or cool cucumber ribbons. When friends drop by for bridge or chat, you can pour them a tall, chilled glass that looks as delightful as lemonade but hydrates more deeply. I once hosted a small gathering where I served mint and lime iced tisane, and everyone commented on how refreshing it felt, especially compared to plain iced water. It slipped down smoothly, and by the end of the afternoon, I noticed fewer complaints of stiff shoulders or dry throats. Now, let's talk about turning your home into a network of hydration stations. If bending to fetch a glass from the kitchen feels like a chore, place small carafes or water bottles within easy reach throughout your living space, on the nightstand, beside your favorite armchair, even in the bathroom. Choose attractive vessels, a colorful glass bottle, a lightweight stainless steel flask, or a straw mug that feels fun to hold. The more inviting your drink looks, the more you'll pick it up. My friend Joe, who's an avid reader, set a pretty tumbler on his side table. He told me that whenever he glanced down at his novel, the sight of that tumbler nudged him to sip without a second thought. Pairing these stations with gentle routines makes sipping feel as natural as turning on a lamp. Whenever you stand up to stretch, take a deliberate sip. Each time you adjust the thermostat or switch the TV channel, pause for a drink. Linking hydration to small actions you already do keeps it from becoming another chore on your to-do list. It simply weaves into the fabric of your day. You might find yourself surprised at how often you move around and how much more water you drink just by letting these cues guide you. For those of you who enjoy keeping a schedule, setting soft reminders on your watch, phone, or even a small timer can reinforce the habit. But the goal is subtle encouragement, not nagging. Imagine a gentle chime every hour, a friendly prompt that says, "Take a sip," then fades back into the background. Over time, your body will learn to expect that little refresh, and soon you won't need the reminder at all. It becomes as automatic as brushing your teeth before bed, just part of the ritual that keeps your muscles happy and your mind clear. Now that we've explored the soothing world of herbal infusions and the clever design of hydration stations, let's move on to our final hydration hack. And here's the final hydration trick that ties everything together. Timing your sips around movement. You've sprinkling water into your day, adding minerals, enjoying soups and teas, and setting up stations. Now let's make sure those last drops happen when your muscles need them most. Picture this. Before you rise from bed for your first stretch or reach for the kettle, pause and take 2 or 3 mindful sips. That gentle wake-up for your cells primes them for the little workout of standing, bending, or reaching. Then, after you've done your morning walk or your favorite chair yoga moves, pause again to reward your muscles with another drink. It's not about gulping down a whole glass at once, but about spacing out those sips so your body has fresh fluid exactly when it's been doing something active. Barbara, who's 68 and loves her daily neighborhood stroll, told me she used to head out without thinking about hydration until she'd be halfway through and already feel her calves tightening. Now she clips a small water bottle to her waistband and takes 3 deliberate sips before she steps off her porch, another 3 when she reaches the end of her block, and a few more when she circles back. She says those tiny pauses have made a huge difference. By the time she returns home, her legs feel springy instead of stiff, and she's more motivated to do her stretching routine without fear of that sudden jolt of a cramp. And it doesn't have to be walking. Any bit of movement counts. If you like to dance in your kitchen while waiting for the kettle to boil, Pause for a couple of sips between songs. If you tend to sweep the floor or water the plants, use the transition from one corner to the next as a cue. Each time you shift from one task to another, give yourself a drink. It creates a rhythm in your day that your body learns to anticipate. The little celebrations of movement rewarded by a refreshing drop of water or herbal tea. One more small but powerful habit is tuning into your body's signals. You know that pale lemonade color in the bathroom? That's a sign your hydration is on track. When it starts to look more like light straw or amber, it's your body's way of waving a little flag. Instead of feeling guilty, think of it as an invitation to reach for your bottle or fill your mug. Keep a notepad or a small sticker chart by your sink if that helps you notice patterns. No pressure to log every ounce, just a gentle way to stay aware. Over time, you'll internalize what your body needs, and it won't feel like monitoring. You'll just naturally check in and sip. Bringing all 6 of these hacks into harmony can feel empowering. You're sipping bit by bit throughout the day, topping up minerals with simple sea salt water or coconut water, enjoying soups and fruits that hydrate from the inside out, savoring warm or iced herbal teas that delight your senses, setting up hydration stations to invite you to drink, and timing those sips around movement so your muscles are always cushioned against fatigue and cramps. Each habit builds on the last, and pretty soon you won't have to think about it. You'll feel lighter, more energetic, and more in tune with what your body needs. Remember that change doesn't happen overnight, but small steps lead to lasting results. If you start with 1 or 2 of these habits and add another every few days, you'll build a routine that's truly sustainable. Imagine 6 weeks from now, you're gliding through your day, greeting the morning with a gentle mug of tea, carrying that colorful bottle to your favorite chair, sipping before and after your walk, and embracing each cue to hydrate with gratitude. Your muscles will thank you by staying loose. Your mind will thank you with sharper focus. And you'll rediscover that spring in your step that makes every day feel a little brighter. I'd love to hear how these hacks work for you. Drop a comment below to share your favorite tea blend, your go-to cue for sips, or any creative twist you've added to these ideas. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more tips designed just for you. Together, we can keep moving, keep smiling, and keep living our best lives, one sip at a time. Here's to healthy hydration and happy muscles.